completed some parts in your English. Is it? Now we should move with the next chapter, that is a letter from my mother. Yes, my dears, before getting to the topic, let me ask some questions to you. Have you ever seen postal cards? Yes, nowadays mobile has replaced the postal cards. Is it? In olden days, if they used to communicate with the distant peoples, they used to write letters for each other and they express all the feelings in their letters. They write to their relatives, they write to their son or they write to their daughter who are in a distant place. And also there were telegrams, emergency letters and also inland letters. Is it? Now, you might have not seen all those letter forms. Just have a look over those. What is postcard? What is inland letter? Okay. And there was one time land phones are available and they are ringing to their relatives with the land phones. But nowadays we have a smart and mobile phones. Is it? And those mobile phones helped us a lot in many ways. We can even make video calls to see the people who are in distance from us, to see the relatives or son or daughter who are studying in the hostels. Is it? So we feel that we are always with our family members, even though we are away from the home. Is it? But in olden days it was not like that. If a person is going out from a home for his work or for studies or anywhere else, the family members are feeling so much just because they can't see them easily. They are not available to them easily. Only the conversation is through letters. Okay. Now, one such situation is happening with the writer, that is Mary Ann Can. Mary Ann Can, she is writing a letter to her daughter, who is actually studying in a hostel. For the first time, she sent her daughter to the hostel. She is writing a letter to her daughter by encouraging her to get enthusiasm to study or to get ready to be in a hostel and how to behave, how to make up our mind to be in a hostel. Okay, let me go through the textbook. Open your textbook, page number 31. First, we shall move with your pre-reading activity. Listen to what your teacher says and then answer is our question. So here there is no direct conversation between your teacher, means myself and you. So you just answer for yourself in your mind. You are all in a class 7th. Is it? You come to school from your homes. Now you are not, but you are just coming from your homes, don't you? Yes, of course you are coming from your homes. Is any of you living in a hostel? Is any of you living in a hostel? Do you have a brother or a sister or a friend who is living in a hostel? Do you have any member who is living in a hostel for studies in a distant place other than your home? Yes, maybe someone. At home, parents look after their children. What about children living in hostels? That you do in distant place. How do parents keep in touch with them? Parents write to their children regularly. Both feel they are talking to each other. In this letter, a mother talks to her daughter. Here means whenever a son or daughter or any relatives who are studying in a distant place in olden days, they used to share their feelings by writing the letters, so that they feel that both of them are talking each other with the by writing the letters. The words are meant so much for them. Okay. Now we shall move on to your textbook. Let me get into the textbook and I want you to open your textbook and go through it, page number 31. Unit 3, a letter from a mother, written by Mary Ann Can. First paragraph. Dear Poonam. Dear Poonam. Poonam means here she is the daughter of a writer. Dear Poonam. Paragraph 1. It is strange to write because I am so used to you being close by. We say a lot without words, you know. But now you are away and I can't help but think of how you are growing up so quickly. So this is only the first of more and more times apart until. Like a bird, you will be ready to fly away. It will be my greatest joy to see you strong and confident, even as it brings me sorrow to be apart. Here, mother is expressing her feelings to the daughter by writing a letter. It is strange to write, means it gets strange to me to write just because I am so used to you being close by, means always you are very close to me. When you were staying at home, you are always very close to me and you were always rotating around me itself. But we see a lot without words, you know. Yes, always we use it to say something without words to our children. Yes, even I to a mother, if I want to say something to my son, just I will imitate him. Like this, is it? Means we are doing some actions by seeing our facial expressions, children will understand something. Here, I am not talking always with you, but still you have understood something. But now you are away. But now you are away. She is saying to her daughter, but now Poonam, you are not with me. You are away from me and I can't help but think how you are growing up so quickly. Now I can't help you in your work. I am not doing any of your work. I can't help you. But I am very happy to see you that you are growing very quickly. Already you have become somewhat elder. So I am very happy to see you. So this is the only first of more and more times apart until now we didn't get apart. Means you were in a home itself and you were staying here itself and you were going to school and by the evening you were coming back. But now it's the time where we have got apart. Means we are distant from each other for the first time. Like a bird. Like a bird means when the bird is very small, very little, it will be in a nest. But when its wings grows, it will fly away. Is it? Here she is referring her daughter to a bird. Now you are already grown up, so you can fly yourself. You have ability to fly for yourself. You will be ready to fly away. Means you have ability to do your work for yourself. It will be my greatest joy to see you strong and confident, even as it brings me sorrow to be apart. Means it is very joyful for me to see you flying for yourself. Means to see you that you are working always for yourself. You are not taking the help of your mother. You are working for yourself. You are doing your work very neatly and very confidently for yourself. I am very happy to see that even your apart brings me a sorrow. Means even you are far away from me. I am very sorrow. I feel with sorrow. Means my eyes always gets wet whenever I remember you. Just you are apart from me. But still, inside my soul, I am very happy just because you are very confident and strong enough to live for yourself without your mother. Means without the help of mine. Like that, the mother is saying to her daughter. Next, second paragraph, page number 32. Go through the textbook. I am reading now. Being apart may be a good thing in this way. It makes me put into words those things I feel and think but don't say. For instance, it pleases me that you are so strong-minded and persistent. You are not easily discouraged even when you don't succeed at first. Remember the time when you couldn't do your multiplication tables. The teacher was going faster than you could manage and you felt bad that you were unable to keep up. But you made your own study cards and asked me and Daddy to help you, and when you succeed finally in learning those tables, you were independent enough to think through your problems but responsible enough to ask for the help to learn. Here she is remembering one of the incident which was happened when her daughter was with her. Means being apart may be a good thing in this way. Means when we are sending some fellows to a hostel, some son or daughter, then we are feeling so much. But actually it is good just because it made them independent. Is it? It makes them, it will do independence. It will make them to learn independent. It makes me put into words those things I feel and think but don't say. Means it makes me feel, it makes me think, but I am not saying those such things to you. Just pick for example. She is saying, for instance, you have remembered those incidents. For instance, have you remembered? She is asking, it pleases me that you are so strong-minded and persistent. You are not easily discouraged even when you don't succeed at first. Means she is remembering that instant and saying to her daughter that, have you remembered? I am getting strong-minded just because I thought that incident made me to get more strong-minded. Like if you are not succeeded at the first, you will never get discouraged. You are always put on your hard work and you are getting succeed in that. I know that just because in your childhood days you can't do the multiplication tables easily just because your ma'am is going very faster than you and you cannot catch those multiplications. So at first you are unable to keep up with them. But what you did on those days, have you remembered? Just you taught yourself, you made your own learning cards and you asked help for daddy and also for me. At last you learned all those multiplication tables and you succeed in that work. By seeing that, I am very happy and now I have confidence. If you come across any such situations in your hostel, then independently you can go through that. Independently you are very enough. Now your thinking level has been changed. Now you can think of your problems for yourself and you can find the solutions for those problems for yourself. Like that, her mother is encouraging her to study for the further by staying in a hostel itself. Next, we should move on to the third paragraph. I know you are in new surroundings with new people at your hostel and the way things are done at home are not the same there. You have to be careful to look after yourself since no one is going to ask you how you are or care about your comforts. Means, I know you are in new surroundings with the new people in a hostel. Yes, whenever we join hostel for studies or something else, then that is very new situation for us. Just because in my home, if we are not eating anything, our mother will come, hey, you have not eaten anything, no, you drink this milk, you drink some juice, or else you take these fruits. Like that, she is caring about us, is it? She is caring about our health, she is caring about our hygienic, and she cares everything. But here, the surrounding is new and there is nobody to care of us. We have to take care for ourselves. So, this is a new hostel and there will be new people available there. And the way things are done at home are not same there. Means how you are doing in a home, that is not actually same in the hostel. Just because in our home, if our mother tells, hey, take your books and keep it neatly, hey, go, I can't do it like that, is it? But in the hostel, we can't do like that. We have to keep our things neatly for ourselves. There is nobody to help us. And we have to wash our clothes for ourselves. We have to take our food for ourselves. There is nobody to care. So, her mother is telling about the new surroundings to her. You have to be careful to look after yourself. Means you should be very careful. You should look after for yourself, as there is nobody to care you and there is nobody to ask whether you are comfortable or not. Just they are providing food and they are providing some space to you to stay there. That much only. But there is no careness as like in your home, as like mother. They can't care you. So what you have to do, you have to take care for yourself. You have to take care for yourself and you have to go through careness for your health also. You should make comforts for yourself. So she's telling about the hostel life. Next, in the fourth paragraph, you have to speak up for what you need because the hostel warden can't give you the attention you receive at home. At the same time, you need to watch out for others. Help them to help themselves. Means what she is saying? Yes, my dear, you have to speak up for what you need. Means if you want something, if you are uncomfortable and if you are feeling something wrong with anybody, then you have to speak up. You have to speak there. If you keep silent, nobody will know what is happening in your mind or actually what is happening to you. So what you have to do, if you are not comfortable with anything, then you have to speak out, because the hostel warden cannot receive all those careness which we are doing in our home. She can't take care, she can't give attention to you just because there will be so many members in a hostel. Not only you, but in your home you are a single daughter for us. But there are too many students for them, so they cannot give attention to each and every person. You have to ask them for your needs, and at the same time you have to watch out for others. Means you have to look after the others also, if they are uncomfortable or not. Not only selfishness, you have to help the others who are in need of you and make them to help themselves. Like that her mother is suggesting her. Next, in the 5th paragraph, don't think you are the only one with needs. Everyone will feel as you do, because it is a new situation for them also. If you feel homesick, you may find helping someone else through their homesickness will help you feel better yourself. Means don't think that you are only one person who are in need of something there. Everybody needs something. Just because for everybody, the hostel is new surrounding. Everyone is coming from some other places. They also left their parents. They also left their homes. For them also that is a new surrounding. They also need something. In that situation, what you have to come means you have to overcome from that situation. Means if you feel something homesick, means if you feel something homesick, means if you remember us and if you go on with tears, then you should talk with your friends who are actually homesick, and you just go on saying something about your experience, and you have to listen to the words of your friends, what they are experiencing and what actually they are crying or what actually is going on in their mind, so that you can overcome that situation and you help for those people and you feel better in that helping. So in giving there is a happiness. She is telling to her daughter, in giving or in helping someone there is a happiness. That is very important in hostel life. That's very important, just because as I also stayed in hostel for completing my B.Ed, I was also homesick. Always I was crying. When I am doing training course, I was homesick. Whenever I put onto the bus, I was crying. No, I can't go like that. And every week I will be here in my home. Every weekend I am coming to the home. At the time always my mother is saying, why you are coming like that? You just stay there itself and study for yourself. Why you are wasting your time like that? But I don't know why. I also feel homesick for myself. That's the feeling which we face actually when we are apart from the family members. So in that situations, what I was doing means I was always with my friends, and I was chatting with some other friends, just like what was happening in their home, how your parents were like that. And at the time we will forget our parents. Means we will get something comfortable with our friends. So the same thing is here. Mother is expressing, or mother is saying, suggesting her daughter. In 6th paragraph, I want you to make the best of this experience, and I know you can. I also know that a new situation brings confusions because you are learning new way to act. Don't be afraid to try new activities or introduce yourself to new people. Means here she is writing, I want you to make best of this experience. Means your hostel life should be very best. You can tell to some other fellows that I have experienced the very best things in a hostel and I have learned so many things there, like that you have to tell, and I know you can do it. Means she is strengthening her courage, she is strengthening her willpower to stay in a hostel. And there will be new situation and you go on learning new things in a hostel. Means there in each and every day, every human being will learn something. Is it? There also in hostel, you will learn something, new things. Means in your behavior or in activities or by friends or by hostel wardens, like that you may come across some new situations and you will learn some new things from them, and all those activities are very beneficial for your further life. And don't be hesitate to introduce yourself to others. Means she is saying that if a new person comes and asks about you, and if a new friend will arrive at you, if a new roommate will be available to you, don't be hesitate with them. Just be friendly and introduce yourself to them and help them, like that she is saying. What happens in the 7th paragraph? Look after your own happiness without waiting for someone to look out for you. But don't forget to look out for others' welfare too. Means she is suggesting what is beautiful suggestions she is giving. Just go on and think over it. Look after your own happiness. Means at the first she is telling, look after your own happiness. Don't bother about others. Just look after your own happiness. You have to be very happy with everybody. Don't hurt anybody. You should be very happy. And don't wait for others to take you out from that sorrowness. Means don't wait for others to take you to the happiness mode, like that. You should be very happy for yourself. But don't forget to look for others' welfare too. Don't be selfish. If you want to be happiness for yourself, you should not hurt someone. Is it? So she is saying that also. Don't hurt someone or don't make you hurt for yourself. Just you should stay happy and make others also happy. You have to look after the welfare of others too. You have to make the others happy also. Don't make hurt to anybody in your hostel. She is saying. Next, in 8th paragraph, you always have done this before, but now that you are on your own, I want to remind you that you are capable of such a responsibility. Don't let new surroundings confuse you too much. Means here again she is saying the previous instance. Yes, I know you have done this before. In before also, in while you were staying at home. Then also you were very happy and you make us also in a happy mood and you never give any sorrows to us. But now it's my duty and it's your duty and it's your responsibility too now, because you are staying for your own. You are now a single. There is no family with you. So you have that caliber to live there. You are very capable to live there, but that is your responsibility too. Don't forget that. Don't let your new surroundings to confuse too. Don't overthink about anything. Just enjoy your life in a hostel and enjoy with everybody. Make everybody happy and you should be happy always. So she is saying. In the 9th paragraph, take your time to adjust, but don't forget to be aware of others' feelings even as you discover your own. Means here at the last she is saying, take your own time to adjust. Yes, we cannot adjust to some surroundings easily and we cannot adjust at once also. Is it? When we go from home to hostel, we face some difficulties there. We come across new situations. It takes some time, a week or 2 weeks. For someone it takes months also. Is it? So take your own time to get adjusted in hostel. But don't feel bad. And don't forget that others also have some feelings. Don't hurt them. They also left their home. They also left their parents. They are also with you in a room by leaving all other things in their home. Is it? So don't hurt any others. So don't hurt others' feelings and don't be aware of others' feelings while you are talking, while you are conversing, or while you are doing any action. So be aware of others' feelings also. Don't hurt anybody by your words or by your feelings or by your actings in a hostel. Even as you discover your own. Means even if you are happy by doing like that, you should not do that. Because we don't have rights to hurt some other fellows. They too have their own happiness. So our mother is suggesting her a behavioral things to her while she is staying in a hostel. And it is the duty of every mother and it is the responsibility of every daughter or son who is staying in a distance for their education or for their work. Please write soon. Love, Mom. Here she is saying to write in return. It is one-side conversation. Only the mother is saying everything to the daughter. She needs a reply from her daughter. So at last she is saying, please write soon. When you get this letter, when you go through the reading, then after that Please write soon. You should write back to me your experience in your hostel. What you have experienced in new things and how you are adjusted, how you are happy, who are your friends, how they are with you and how you are with them, how they are sharing their feelings, how you are and how your studies is going on, how your hostel warden is, how the food facility is, and at what time you are getting up and at what time you are sleeping. Like that, every information she needs from a daughter. So at last she is saying, please write soon. Means I need a written from you. I need a written letter from you. So you have to write soon. She is saying. This is all about a letter from a mother. Yes, my dears, what do you feel about this? I know everybody's eyes is wet. Is it? Just because the feeling which is going on in this chapter have been experienced by me also. In the future, you may also experience that just because you have to go out from your home for your further studies or for higher studies in the future. At that time, you come across this situation. How can I go apart from family? How can we apart? How can I live there? Who are our new friends? If your familiar friend is available, then you are comfortable with them. But if everybody is new and if everyone is come out of state, if you don't know the language to converse with, what else may happen? Is it if you have got a placement in any out of state for your marks, then what will you do? You have to go. You have the opportunity to go. But there is no language with you to talk with them. Then what happens? It's tremendous experience really when we stay in a hostel, and I too have that experience. Really, it's wonderful experience. I learned many things for myself in hostel, and in future, or some of you may have this experience now itself, and some of you have this experience in your future. But really, it's very good experience, and we will be able to do every work for ourselves, and we will modify into a responsible person in a hostel. Just because in our home, whatever we do, that is not a matter, and everybody will love us and they used to help us in our work if we are tired like that. But in hostel, there's nobody. We have to work for ourselves. So we will be more responsible. We will learn responsibilities in a hostel, and also we will learn how to get pick up for ourselves by maintaining the timing or in maintaining neatness, everything else. We will learn a lot of things in a hostel. And if you are staying in a hostel, you might have already experienced all those things. Especially after 10th. After 10th, you are going out of a home to learn or to get educated for yourself in higher degrees. At that time, it will be very good experience for you. Okay? By saying this, I am very thankful to you to listen to the topic and go through the textbook. Read twice or thrice. You will experience yourself what actually the feelings of mother is when she is apart from her daughter or son. Okay?